Welcome back, guys. We are 1 week away from high school football making its way back under the Friday night lights. But with this season comes great responsibility from the players and the coaches. Well, this week I caught up with the guys over at James Clemens High School to see how they're keeping their guys in line so they can count on playing a full football season.
Spread out, guys.
The old saying of, make the most of every opportunity because it could be over in a heartbeat. It really takes heart right now because it could be over tomorrow.
This year has been far from normal for athletes all across the country. But here in the South, football brings a lot of noise every Friday night. And teams are hoping that can still be the case this season.
Our kids have still not dressed in a locker room together since March. They're bringing their own water. They're changing, clothes, bringing their stuff, leaving it out here on the track, separated from one another. So those have been some things that we've ultimately had control over and continue to do. At some point in the coming weeks, we're going to have to take that step and get into a locker room. We're going to get on a bus together. So it's just making sure we have good plans in place for that.
They don't realize that they can talk from distance.
And everybody that's not on the 2D, that's usually what they do anyway. They just congregate and watch. Right?
Anything that they touch, we're trying to make sure, whether it's the seats outside waiting for it to come in and the tables and the stuff that they're using, we're having to wipe all those things down afterwards. So it puts a little bit more on our plates.
These are the enforcers. Along with the coaches and players, high school athletic trainers also hold responsibility to keep the players safe, especially during a pandemic. For lead athletic trainer Daniel Clark, this summer has brought a lot of changes.
It's going to take a couple days. What is it? It takes 60 to 90 days for you to create a good habit. So it's going to take us a while before we really get into the routine where we're not even thinking about it. It's just going to be natural for us to have our masks on, sanitize our hands, staying away from everybody else, and we'll be good.
But good habits can also die hard, and getting teenagers to comply with the guidelines off the field is the biggest challenge.
For us to be naive and think that we won't have a case to show up, that would be naive in my opinion. Just because we know that we can only control what's here on campus with us right now. When they leave the campus, they're high school kids and their parents, they do whatever they choose to do.
The staff at James Clemens says they're sticking with what they know to do, and as far as the season goes, trusting that other schools are doing the same.
That's a reality, and we talk to our players about that reality. So it's just trying to make the most of being around each other, enjoying the experience of playing together and coaching together. And, I sure hope we get as many games as we can in for the players.
Now, the Jets have already rearranged their schedule so far due to COVID. So instead of opening up next week in Mobile, they'll be opening up the following week on August 28th over in Athens.